You will know the world is ending when I actually remember to set the correct microphone for these videos. Oh boy. Yeah, so I just recorded a whole section for nothing. It's fine. Welcome to another Draw With Me video. This one is going to be a little looser in structure, I guess. Longer format. But yeah, I am basically working on simplifying my characters a little bit so that it is easier for me to have a consistent style with a passion project that I've been working on for, approximately 500 years and have never just actually completed and posted anywhere. But yeah, a big reason that I haven't done that is because I tended to overcomplicate the art, and what I made was really beautiful, but I couldn't really keep it up. So if I want to write this long, really complicated, 3-arc story, I have to have characters that are easy enough to draw and simple enough to draw over and over and over. It's kind of like a lot of times when something gets adapted from a comic book or a manga into animation, a lot of times you'll find that they'll simplify because they have to draw it over and over and over. And especially for me, I am a one-man team. I am not Dark Horse. I am not Marvel. I do not have a team of many people to help me. I do it all myself. So these characters have to be just repeatable, So, yeah. I've also included a little more real time. This is a combo of speed drawing and actual speed. That made no sense. Okay. Speed drawing and normal pace drawing. Whatever we're gonna call it that. But yeah. So you can kind of see the actual pace at which I normally draw. Well, this first character I'm drawing is Ant. He is cute and dorky and lovable. If you saw from that first photo, sorry, I just ate some food and I'm just my voice is gross. Yeah, so that reference photo was Chris Motionless from Motionless in White. This character is literally nothing like him. He just kind of is based on his physical features. But yeah, because I wanted a guy with kind of a longer face and a bigger nose, and I was like, I know just the guy. I'm really excited because I got a new thing on the way to record overhead, I guess you could say. Yeah, because drawing from this angle was really uncomfortable for my wrist, but this is the only way I can film my iPad. Rest in peace, wrist. I do find that I really prefer to ink on the iPad. I kind of go back and forth between iPad and tablet and computer. I think for formatting it is infinitely easier on the computer with a mouse and a tablet and everything, and just the full software, because I'm currently drawing in Adobe Fresco. But the ink just looks so natural on the iPad. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I just kind of save it to the Creative Cloud and go back and forth. not really sure what to talk about, so I'm just going to like say the first things that come to mind. That's one thing I struggle with these videos is like the topic of discussion, but I guess when you're friends with an artist, you sign up for, you know, ADHD stream of consciousness, so here we are. I'm also kind of weird because, like, people like to tell stories from work, and I'm just kind of weird about, like, talking about my day job. I'm trying really hard to keep the day job and the art job, like, separate, you know? Like, they don't know about each other. It's like, this sounds like having a mistress. It's like, she doesn't know about the other one. But yeah, so I'm like, it's like my life isn't a secret, it's just kind of, I try to keep, like I said, I just try to keep like the art stuff and the other career separate, so it's hard. It's honestly hard, like, working full-time and then mustering up the will to like draw, or, well, I don't know, it depends, because like sometimes I really do want to, and it's fun, but you just get really drained, I guess. Like sometimes you just want to come home and mindlessly do nothing, just scroll on social media, whatever, so forcing yourself to like get up and do the things that you want to do, it can be hard. So if you feel that way, you're not crazy and you're not alone, because same. Me and my friend were actually just complaining about like the price of groceries, because they're be crazy. So make my YouTube blow up so I can pay for freaking groceries. Oh boy. I'm also trying to get away from using photo references too much. Like, I love them, but again, with the simplification of these characters and my style and everything in order to replicate over and over, I think I need to, like, let go of leaning on the realism of the semi-realism, because that was something I kept torturing myself about. I kept being like, oh, well, you know, this panel, it looks too realistic, and then this panel, it looks too silly and manga-y. And then I'm like, ugh, like, it's just hard. So I'm gonna glance at photo references, and only really lean on them if I'm, like, really struggling. Because I also think my style shines through more when I'm drawing without a reference, or, again, just not, like, leaning on the reference. But yeah. I really like this brush pen that I've been using lately. The pressure sensitivity is nice. That was a very quick topic change. I actually really didn't like this middle one that I drew. Like, I don't know, there's just something off about it. Like, I can't quite put my finger on it. It's like it kind of looks good, but it also kind of doesn't look how I want it to. I don't know. The first drawing I actually really like. He looks hopeful. The light has not gone from his eyes yet. Speaking of which, I know I'm not the only one, but like I give my OCs such like dark backstories, and sometimes I think, am I a cruel god to this world? But then again, I don't know, I feel like it's painfully realistic to have sad lore. I don't know anyone that doesn't have like some kind of trauma. Or like maybe I just hang out with traumatized people. I really don't know, but like everyone I know has lore. They have like really sad lore. So I don't really feel that out of place writing characters that are like the people I know in real life. But yeah, I don't know. Every single character in this story is motivated by like pretty sad reasons. But I don't know. I feel like that's like more poignant. I feel like connected to them. Obviously, they're my characters, but yeah. So this third one, I just completely did not use a reference, and personally, I feel like you can tell the difference. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think I just have to like be okay with some panels looking a little more cartoony than others, and just make the page, make the panel, draw the picture. It's fine. Don't even get me started on the writing for this. I'm always like, oh, it has to be perfect. And I'm reaching a point of frustration where I just want to do what they did with like the old, I think they did this with the old X-Men. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Like old Marvel stuff, they just put out an issue and with just freeballing it, like no idea what happens next. They're like, we're gonna figure it out next week, next month, when the next issue comes out. Like, we're just gonna figure it out then. And like, I don't know, maybe that will lead to some endearing plot holes. The point is, if you have really compelling characters, it doesn't matter if your story is kind of trash, because people will be attached to them and still want to know what happens to them, even if there's plot holes and stuff. So, there's like much less skilled writers that have work out there. Like famous work. I mean, look at Vampire Knight. Come on. Like, I can write a better story than that. And here I am, wasting my potential, feeding the beast of perfectionism, and I just have to stop doing that. This ramble has turned really passionate. Another thing in all my videos is just me laughing at myself. When I edit them, I'm always like, I'm cringe, but I hope it's endearing. Oh yeah, and then I really did that. Oh, this is the other thing that is like keeping me, it's like in art block mode with this freaking comic, is the color, which I think these manga brushes and stuff that I'm using are getting me more comfortable with the idea of most of it being in black and white. I am very comfortable with ink work, and I'm very comfortable working with black and white. Color, I love paint. I love digital painting, but again, I think I get really swept up in full color, and then it takes me 500 years to finish a page, and that's just not realistic, and I'm gonna get tired of it. I'm never gonna finish. So, as you can see here, I am playing with limited color. It just still evades me. I remember when I first was kind of putting pen to paper for this project, I was like really inspired by Mike Mignola. I should know how to pronounce him, considering I like pray to him daily. No, I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, I really look up to the artist of Hellboy. But anyway, his color schemes are so beautiful. And I really love that he was able to use like reds and greens, but not in a Christmassy way. Like, he just really had these beautiful color palettes and used red in such unique ways. So I was trying to embrace that, especially because I feel like you can't have Lovecraftian horror without green, but also my favorite color is red. So I'm like, okay, they're complementary, like how do we kind of like use them in a way that looks good? So that's what I'm doing here. But originally I had pictured that it would be mostly this kind of weird like magenta and Lovecraftian glowing green, which sounds really cool in theory, but it's a little bit harder to execute than I thought. But yeah. Using white though, like to break it up, like it's mostly black and white, I feel like I'm almost there. I feel like I'm gonna crack the code, but we aren't there yet. I just don't know. Maybe if I just keep drinking iced coffee, I will become so caffeinated that I figure it out. I read an article today that apparently it was like caffeine can make you smarter and more creative. Or no, coffee specifically, I'm sorry. Coffee can make you smarter and more creative and whatnot. And I didn't finish the article, I kind of just skimmed it, but I'm kind of like, okay, is that causation or correlation? Is it just that creatives who are much more prone to have conditions like ADHD and stuff thrive on caffeine and coffee because of like the dopamine situation, you know? It's like, are you just more likely to consume coffee if you're a creative? Or does it actually like facilitate brain function in... I probably should have read the article, is actually what I'm figuring out here. Oh well. Guess we'll never know because I'm not going to read it because I don't have the patience to read that article. Ugh. It's so beautiful outside today, but I can't enjoy it because I have horrific spring allergies. And I'm not talking about sneezing, I'm talking about like bloody demon red eyeballs and eyelids that swell to the size of softballs. It's honestly so embarrassing. Like, I am genuinely still to this day traumatized about how my elementary school teachers literally did not give a single shit about my horrific allergic reactions every single day at recess. I remember I would like beg them. This is so off topic from the video, but it's fine. I was looking for something to talk about. Anyway, I would beg them to stay inside with like the class that wasn't at recess. I was like, please, can I just like do a coloring page or whatever? I'll be good. Like, just, I was like, please do not make me go outside in this pollen. And every day I would get sent to the nurse's office with f***ed up eyes because of the pollen. And I'm like, why? Like, why do you do this to me every single day? And the nurse couldn't do anything. She didn't have like, which eye drops were not going to save me. Allergy medicine, allergy pills do literally nothing to me. Literally nothing. The only thing that somewhat helps my allergies is Flonase, like, or like whatever similar products like the nasal spray. But it's a corticosteroid. Whatever. It's like in the steroid family. That, and one time I had to use steroid eye drops because the swelling was so bad. Literally the only things that work on my allergies are full-blown steroids. Like, and I couldn't take that as a kid, so the only thing that worked was just not going outside. And my elementary school teachers, they did not care. Literally did not care. And I don't know. I briefly worked as a substitute teacher, and if a kid had some kind of need or whatever outside of the norm, we figured something out. And I was the damn substitute. Like, you're my actual teacher. How are you not able to do something for me? Like, I don't know. It feels kind of cruel in hindsight. So, and honestly, like, I was not even special needs. I can't even imagine. I literally cannot even imagine what the hoops that some kids gotta go through to get accommodations. Like, I'm so sorry, y'all. God bless. Whew, getting a little heated about this topic. Gotta love American public school. Anyway, this character is named Zoe. She is an well, I shouldn't say she. She, they. She is an interdimensional being. But we don't know that at the beginning of the story. So maybe that was a little bit of a spoiler, but oh well. Yeah, you're here for the tea. The updates. The inside knowledge. I'm very caffeinated right now, if you couldn't tell. Anywho, Zoe is an interdimensional being, and her look is very inspired by Grace Jones, because Grace Jones is an icon. And yeah. I remember seeing Grace Jones in, I'm gonna look that up actually right now. There's this vampire movie Grace Jones is in, and she literally, like, the camera loves her so much. She's so captivating. Here, I'm gonna look it up right now. Oh, it's literally just called Vamp. Yeah. Like, she's so iconic in that movie. Yeah. She's really giving, like, primordial goddess energy, for sure. But yeah, Zoe is not a vampire, but channeling similar goddess vibes. I also like, these funky eyebrows. She has, like, double shaved eyebrows. I love contrast, so their hair is, like, bleached. I find, I like characters with, like, light skin to have dark hair, and characters with dark skin to have light hair, just literally because of the contrast. I think it looks cool. So, that's kind of it. Like, I just wanted her to look really cool. I guess it also plays into that kind of otherworldliness, too. It's her cool fashion sense. Zoe is also Ace. But yeah, if you've never seen that movie, would recommend. That was I'm always finding these, like, obscure little vampire movies that, like, I've never heard of. Which that one I think is, like, not a cult. Is it a cult classic? I don't know. How popular was this film? Comedy horror film? Yeah, it's okay. It's considered a cult movie, like cult following, but yeah, I don't know. I love when I discover these funky little vampire movies that I haven't seen before, especially if they're from the 80s or like the 90s. There's just something about the way they're filmed that it just doesn't look the same, you know, or like the style, the clothes. I'm just very nostalgic for stuff from that time. Well, if you're wondering what I've been watching lately, I've been watching a lot of the artist Ayoops. I'm saying that right. Love all of their videos. Their style is so pretty. Like, I love the way they render things. They also want to do a comic. But here I am. I'm just simplifying because I'm just tired. I should probably swear less in these videos, so I don't like. Not that I'm monetized. There's like 5 people that watch my videos. It's fine. It's just fine. I really love drawing faces. That's definitely my favorite part of the character. If you couldn't tell. But I try to branch out. I still really struggle with backgrounds. Like, if I can just slap a gradient on it, I'm gonna do that. Thinking back to all of the panels that I had done in like full color, and I'm like, I'm really glad that I'm opening up to the idea of not doing full color. I think that was a major block for me, actually. I found it limiting because I would just get so tired of like doing all of this digital coloring. It's just like, ugh. So much for one person. I'm drinking iced coffee. Sorry if I'm making sounds. I'm so split on the color or not. Like, it looks good in black and white. Yeah, you can see me struggle throughout this video. I like keep applying color and then taking it off and then applying it and then taking it off, and I'm like, bruh. I just can't make up my mind. I should probably just do it in black and white first and then go back if I feel like it. And then one thing I always dabble in is like CMYK, because I love like the risograph kind of like CMYK looks too. There's a lot of ideas that I just can't seem to decide on, so yeah, I keep playing with that idea too. Like I said, I should really just do it in black and white first and then go back if I want to. Definitely let me know your thoughts on the color because I can never decide. Sometimes I put polls on Instagram. But yeah, if you think anything in this video looks quite nice, please let me know. I go back in with the like pink and green, pink and teal, reddish greenish situation here. Like I said earlier, I feel like I'm like almost on to something there. I don't know, it'll come to me someday. Like this looks nice. This is another example of me trying to simplify and use less references. More than just a face, branching out a little bit. I draw all different poses. It's just like, when I do it for fun, it's usually a face. I think this simplified kind of face would help me draw it a lot faster. He also looks so cute. You guys like seeing this in real time? Real time. That was the look I was, or not the look, the word I was looking for earlier. Yeah, real time. Let me know if you like seeing me draw in real time as opposed to speed drawing. world's wonkiest sweatshirt, but I'm trying to stop caring too much. It's just a sketch page. I'm very judgmental of my own art. It's kind of a problem. Trying to be nicer to myself. His hair is at this angle, it makes his head look kind of weirdly long, but also like he's kind of got a mohawk going on, so like it's just gonna look that way. I don't know. I kind of dig the pink and green. Oh, I'll just never know. Oh, art is hard. Again, with not caring too much, I think I just have to get the story across, and that's it. Like, the art has to be good enough, but like, you know, it doesn't have to be a Da Vinci. A Da Vinci? Gripping the iPad for dear life because I keep, like, when I do these videos, I keep drawing with the one hand and then like not holding the iPad in place, and then it keeps scooting backward. I don't know if you noticed that in any of the speed draws, but it drives me insane, so I'm like holding on to it for dear life. I'm like, don't go! I love this halftone brush. I think that's what it's called, halftone. Is that right? Something like that. Love it. I think it's really fascinating though, people who work traditionally with that kind of thing. They, you have to like cut out pieces of it or something and like stick it on the page. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. But that's kind of how I apply it here. I just like section off a piece and then fill it in. Obviously the brush gives you like a little more versatility and you can kind of do a little more of a gradient situation. But I feel like I apply it a little more in the traditional way. Like similar to the traditional way. Know what's going on with the pants, but that's okay. Well, this has been a longer format of me just kind of drawing whatever I want and rambling. So I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one.